Yo, Stickosaurus here, and today we're going to start work on a Goggle 5, Goggle V. I need to figure out what it is. I'm doing these all the same day, well, these first three, so hopefully by the time I get to the last two, I'll know what it's actually called. I think it's Goggle 5. Goggle 5, yeah, it's Goggle 5, right? So we're sticking with Goggle 5. So, missing a little bit. Beautiful model by 3D Command Center. They actually really are. He really outdid himself on the detail lines. Like the detail, just like the gold areas of these helmets. Of course, my printer failed. It's just mostly had a slight clog, and I got it cleared, but it delaminated this particular layer, so when I'm taking the supports off, she broke, but she fits up nice. Shouldn't be a big deal at all. This one has the back printed as well. The back has a little bit of weird artifacting on it. I'll show you when we get to it. Not a big deal. You just fill it. It's not as bad as red. Red might come later. I don't know what the order these are going to come out because they all need significant amount of work. This isn't too much. We will just tack the inside of this and we'll fill this line. Not a big deal. I think this is the correct size for these. I think I made black a little small, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to carry on. But yeah, we're getting closer to having all Sentai teams, mostly. So hopefully we can get the rest of these done. I'm going to start blue this morning, and that just leaves yellow, and then we'll have these all printed and hopefully can get them out in a reasonable amount of time. But there's a lot of work. I'm not sure how we're going to do the coloring on the I want to say filigree, but I don't know. You know what I mean? The fun gold stuff. But let's get to it. Should be a simple fix. Just gonna kind of tape this on the outside, tack the inside, and we should be good to go. So nothing crazy. We'll do that, then we'll get to some spot putty and start sanding it. So here we go. Look at that beautiful angelic light shining down on this beautiful goggle pink. Well, not beautiful. We got a lot to do. So we got to take care of that line up there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. So we're going to have to put a thick layer of spot putty on that. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. And then on the back, we got to fill in where it printed weird, kind of in that circle. It's hard for you to see. I'm trying. It won't focus. Yeah, there you go. So we'll have to get that filled in with a pretty thick layer. I mean, not like super thick, but more than we usually do. Then we'll brush on another coat. I think we might be sitting pretty with this. This one printed the best out of all 5 of them. I believe so. So that says a lot, I guess. So we will see what we can do. We're gonna let this dry. We'll get another spot putty on there. We'll go heavy on those areas, and we'll sand again. So we're gonna put the base coat on here. We're gonna go with the candy pink, the 80s Sentai pink. The references look a little darker, but like not like prickly pear dark. So this is what we're gonna roll with. It should be all right. If it looks terrible, we'll repaint it. No big deal. So. We're finally gonna put some metallic on here. I'm sure some stuff around the mouth is gonna show. I almost have red done, and I just kind of really dropped the ball sand around the mouth on red, And I hope I didn't as much on pink here, but we'll see. I didn't clear red yet, so I'm hoping that hides a little bit, but we will see. I'm going to use some diamond dust on here. The only concern I have is when we go to weather, it's going to be hard because I don't want to mask the silver, but we might have to, and just deal with the issues we get, because I don't want to get black on it. Though I guess I could just wash off the black. I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to do it all the same silver color. I thought about maybe doing the mouth like diamond dust and doing this like a different shade of silver, but I think we're just going to rock with all of it and see what happens. So there goes nothing. All right, we got the silver on here. We are going to do a black wash. It's what I did with red, and it works best. I tried like 3 different things with red, and what we settled on was just doing a black wash over the gold and just lightly sanding it off with acrylic black wash. And that gave me the look I wanted. So that's what we're gonna do with this. It worked really well for red, so I'm hoping it works on the silver. I'm not sure, but it should be the same principle, so we'll see what happens. Alright, this should be dry enough. We're just going to take some 600. I'll probably use my 400. I'll use 400 here because I have paper. And just go around the edges, the high spots, and bring out the silver again and see how it looks. And then we'll go from there. So the first round I did on this, I put it on too thick and I thought it was too dark. So I let it dry. I took some of that diamond dust, the light coat over it, got rid of like where we started seeing the pink come through, and took care of like the big trouble spots. I mean, it's not as smooth as it was, but I think it's gonna be okay once we get clear coat on it. And then I just did a super runny black wash on it, and I think I'm happy with this. I think this is close enough to the show that it's gonna work. So I'm gonna get the masking off, see what we're working with. I'll probably have to clean up around here. I had to do it with my red. It's not a big deal. So just some soapy water will get most of this off since it's thin. And then we will worry about getting the gem. I'm just waiting on some 2-part resin. I tried doing red's gem with UV resin, and it's just too thick that it wouldn't cure, and it was a mess. So we're just gonna get some 2-part resin with some dyes, and I believe this is her gem. Yes. So we'll get that. And if the resin doesn't work, then we can just fix this and finish this and put that on there. But I think the resin is gonna make it look better. I'm not sure if we need to clear coat it first and then put the gem on. I haven't quite decided. I haven't done red yet because I'm still waiting for the resin. So we'll see. Maybe I'll try both, see what works better. But that's the plan, and I'm pretty happy with this. I'm honestly. This one has a lot of details that we were able to preserve. I mean, it's not perfect. You know, if this had been like a resin cast or something, we wouldn't have had to sand as much and probably kept a lot more of the details. Even up here, it's kind of bummed we lost a little bit of this, but I think once we get the clear coat on it, she's going to shine through. So that's the plan, and we'll see how it goes. All right, there's a couple spots I'm not super happy with, but we're going to clear it. I don't think it's going to get any better, and I feel like I'm just making it worse every time I do. So I think once we get the clear on it, it should look okay. If it doesn't, we'll address it then, I guess, but here we go. Just going to use some 2-part resin here to do the jewel for Goggle Pink. Just made a mold, 1 part
heated up this blue stuff. I think that's the name of it. Pressed it in and got this. The problem I ran into with red was since the bottom is not even, it kind of slopped to one side. So for this, I think if we set it in a cup like this, it should be good to go. Just gonna mix this up. Should only take a minute or two, and then we'll let it cure. And hopefully when we start doing the visor and stuff this weekend, this will be hard enough we can sand it real quick and clear it. Time to add the magnets, the visor. We're going to put the gem on. This is how it turned out. It's a little defect in the middle, but I think it's going to be fine. It's pretty. It's pink, so that's exciting. Visor might be a challenge, but we'll figure it out. But we'll do that, and then we'll get to the spin around. Alright, well that is pink done. I know you're going to hear me say this through all these videos for the goggle helmets, but I'm not happy with them. We really lost a lot of details. Pink's actually one of the better ones. We lost up here a little bit by the gem, but other than that, I think the side stuff showed up really nice. Really nice. I'm really happy with that, for sure. I think we got the nice, you know, aged silver look as well. It's a little sloppy around here. I just couldn't get the acrylic back off. I don't know. And you can still kind of see the line where we merged the parts up here. I have no idea why that just wouldn't fill. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. As you saw, red certainly was a bigger boy. But I think this is the right size. And I think red was the right size too. But this is a more comfortable size, I guess. The visor, I think, went really well considering the size of it. The gem, it's a little lopsided on one side, but all things considered, I think it looks good, as you saw in the spin around, I hope. But these helmets are a challenge. I still haven't finished or barely even started yellow. I'm hoping to get some paint on blue today, but they've just been taking me a very long time. It's 4th of July weekend right now, and maybe when yellow finally finishes, I'll say what day it is in that, so you can just get a picture of how long these actually take. If you've been watching my streams, I've been working on these a lot. Black's almost done, but I think pink turned out very well, and it's one of the cooler pink helmets. I always love this hard, this light. It's like hard candy pink is what the can's called. It's what I was getting at, but I always like this weird pink. I call it the 80s, 70s pink, but you know. Yeah, thanks for watching. If there's anything you want to see me make, let me know. Put a comment, or you can comment on Instagram, wherever you feel comfortable. I would appreciate it. We are working on all your requests, of course. I got a lot for my helmet. I know you probably can't see it. It might be off camera, but here's my one I did, and I'm not super happy with it, so I'm working on a new one, and you'll see that in the video that is in the works. So don't worry about that. That is coming. I just sanded it this morning, so it should be good to go. Again, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Stickosaurus, Facebook at Stickosaurus Cosplay and Props. Down in my link tree is a link to the merch store if you want some cool shirts. There's cooler ones than these. Davey Dubs did a new logo for me, as you've seen, and it really comes through great on shirts, so make sure you check that out. And again, thanks for watching, and have a great day.